Okay then, it is the Invictus Racing League, round 5 of the Performance League. It is the German Grand Prix, and it's myself and H Racing Green commentating once again.
Hello.
My connection was being a little bit dodgy, but I'm hoping it's alright now.
Yes, yeah, hopefully no connection issues. We had a bit of a topsy-turvy race last time that ended up with no stream or commentary because of a myriad of problems. But hopefully those have all been resolved now. We've got a cloudy qualifying session and a light rain race here at Hockenheim.
Ooh, so
which could be interesting.
So what do you do then? Do you go towards a wet setup and compromise your qualifying speed?
I would think so. I think anyone going out on the middle soft tyre is really wasting a qualifying run. So we've got RDH out on the Ferrari on the soft tyre, which I can't really see the point of, but we'll see how he gets on. But yes, a higher downforce setup would certainly be advantageous, it seems.
Posted the link to the stream on the site, and then I can get to qualifying. I think that's okay.
Both Ferraris out, then only the Ferraris on track. Mike going for the super soft tyre over the soft, so he's clearly aiming for outright speed in this early part.
And we might actually just have a quick look as well at the championship standings to see where we're at.
Yep.
Got 4 rounds.
Got last time's race winner. We did. There he is. John Heaven Terry in the Sauber. Took victory at Silverstone last time out.
Well, I was watching Start of RDH's lap, but he's on the soft tyre, which is slightly surprising.
Quite a few.
Like he needs a bit more practice.
Quite a few have gone out on the soft tyre, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Perhaps they haven't seen the weather and seen that it's going to rain, which I've known people not know that it's going to rain in the past, so perhaps they haven't realised that it's a wet race.
Well, at the moment, in the driver standings, UK Tranquility holds a 1-point lead over Craig. WWFC is a point behind Craig, level with Nitrogas. And Ryan's is 3 points behind Nitrogas, so the top 5 separated by 5 points, and it's all about consistency, really, with the point system being 10 down to 1 for the top 10. Yeah,
absolutely. It's the single point gaps really lead to a close championship. So following Sargent's lap at the moment, see how he gets on.
Following RDH around the final corner on the soft tyres, he will set a benchmark of a 1 minute 16.3.
Yep, Sargent on the soft tyre as well. Let's ride on board. Here he comes then into the harsh braking zone at the hairpin. Bit of a lock-up, big lock-up. Can he get the drive? He gets a pretty nice drive out of there actually. Through the kink, the right-handed kink, into the Mercedes section.
Oh yeah, watching Mike round the final, he's pitted. Okay, there's no lap for Mike just yet in the Ferrari.
Here comes Sargent. This has been a really clean lap so far actually.
Yeah, looks like Sargent is probably the one I'm going quickest out there at the moment. But will he beat RDH's time of a 1 minute 16.3?
I would think so with these. Bit of oversteer. Would think so though with those sector times. But will he go fastest? No, he will not.
No.
Cost
goes second.
Lost a lot then in the final sector.
Spud has done a purple last sector, but goes 4th. There's 3 tenths separating the 3 drivers who have done laps so far. So. Looks very close
to wait for some super soft runs, I think, though, to really get a proper gauge of the pace.
What's Rusty gonna do? He does a 17.1 to go 5th.
Looks like Shortbread's doing another lap.
18.1 from Nitrogas, so not at his best just yet. Looking at that's the boy might be a good person to follow. He's on a super soft, he's just done a 16.9 per sector, which is pretty quick.
Where is he? There he is. 16.9 first sector isn't overly competitive. The fastest is a 16.7 on the soft, so he might have made a mistake. Oh, he takes a lot of curve there.
It's a good middle sector.
35.8, yeah. He's made up that time again. It's all about his final sector though. What can he do? It's really tyre dependent, so this is where the super soft might come alive for him, especially through that final corner.
Pretty good. There we go, and that's
Here he comes in. It's going to be a 16.8.
16, huh?
That is surprising. Looks like he's going to go for a second lap actually.
Yeah,
which is surprising. Which I mean is not a bad shout because they're not going to start on these tyres. So
Tiz has gone quickest in the Renault on the super softs at 16.2, a tenth quicker than RDH.
Yeah, Tiz and Tranquility have paired up once again in a team. They were at McLaren at Canada. They're now in the Renault together. Tranquility sporting a very nice Renault-based helmet.
I really wish Jeff would shut up. I'm not racing.
Oh, Jeff giving you advice on the qualifying session you're not taking part in.
Craig has gone 8th on a 17.7, more to come there I think, especially on the super soft.
Absolutely, yeah. Looks like you made a mistake in that first sector because that's the sector he's lost most time in. I'm currently 10th, starting top 10, getting there.
I'm at the back, what is this?
Because you're number 77, I'm number 6.
Wow, I can't believe that's how it works.
That actually is how it works, it goes in number order.
Well, which is the lowest number possible.
Tranquility coming around the final corner. It's going to aim to improve. It's going to be a 16.6 on the soft tyre.
RDH's soft tyre lap was really impressive, 16.3.
I think the Ferrari's strong here because the Ferrari is one of the factory teams, so it's got the good straight line speed, and obviously there's a really big straight here. Lots of acceleration zones.
As for WWFC, who's on the soft tyres at the moment in Force India, has done two good sectors. The middle sector especially is a very good sector.
Craig does a 17.1 but doesn't move up at all.
He had a lot of oversteer coming around a penultimate corner, and I think he slid into an invalidated lap.
That's impressive.
That's quite something.
It's Mike going slowly letting people through. John Heaven Terry on his out lap. Let's ride with Malk. He's going again by the looks of things, possibly. This actually could be quite a different grid compared to the ones we've seen before, actually. Considering a lot of the championship protagonists, we've got them 4th, 9th and 14th.
Yeah, and Nitrogas is 10th as well, he's also in there. So yeah, I was just looking at the last race actually, which of course we weren't able to stream. The top 5 in the championship, the best anyone finished was 6th.
Alright, so actually we've possibly going to see some comebacks from a few drivers lower down the field, possibly coming to challenge for the championship. I can't remember actually how many rounds there are in this championship. Is it
there
12?
Are 10, so
is it 10? Okay.
So we're nearly at half distance this race. After this race, we'll be at half distance.
So Mark goes
to 8th.
Yeah, 8th on the 17 flat, misses the apex of the first corner by a mile there. Rusty on a flying lap it says, but I'm not sure.
RDH is on a super soft lap, but it looks like he's backed out of it. Arjun. Oh, not on the lap. It's not like there's anyone going for it at the moment.
Nitric gas on his out lap. Mike, no.
John Evan Terry.
Here he goes.
John Evan Terry's gone third.
Starting it. Oh, yes. He's on it. He's on the lap. Oh, he's taken the first corner really nicely as well, actually. So,
well, Shortbread's gone second as well. So there was a few drivers on laps, but he wasn't registering.
It wasn't registering. So can John Heaven Terry improve from where he is? So he's a 60. No, he's a 69 in the first sector. That's not comparable.
Mike's now gone second on a 16th lap, and RDH has gone pole on a 15.9.
So it's looking like having him now with some super soft, low fuel, super soft tyre runs to try and propel themselves up the grid, right on board to Rusty as he starts his lap. or finishes one. He just did a 20. Oh, cuts the first corner monumentally. Although knowing this circuit, that's probably going to be valid because corner cutting doesn't really exist at this track.
Let's see, Sargent on a lap? Oof, no.
So Rusty does a 16.7 in the first sector. That's pretty strong, but that was with the corner cut.
If Shortbread has a good last sector here, he could challenge the two Ferraris who are currently locking out the front row.
Yep, the Ferrari 1-2 would be really impressive because those guys haven't had the strongest season.
He's pitted, Shortbread has, so that's... The manner's not great around the last sector, I've noticed, on board.
Yeah, but it's good in a straight line, but that downforce dependent section really does not play to its strengths at all.
Rusty looks like he's on a good lap. It's currently 11th, so he does need to improve. Let's see how the Salva gets on in the last sector. Again, another car that probably isn't going to like this sector.
No. Here he goes then. Rusty coming out of the final corner. It could be a 15. 16.2. It puts him 6. So that's 2/10 separate. Yeah, I mean, it's really close in the top 6.
A second off pole when you're outside the top 10. Wow, second off pole in real F1, you fall. It's quite something. Is Datsaboy in a lap here? I can't quite tell. He hasn't improved if he was. Rusty's not on a lap at the moment. Tranquility might be. Yeah, I thought Tranquility. If he's on a lap.
Sargent coming into the hairpin. Looks like he's on a flyer. Oh, bit of oversteer on the exit of the hairpin.
Tranquility second sector time. How's he looking? 35.6. That's an improvement on his best. So it could. The championship leader could be about to improve on his 8th place.
So 35.8 for Sargent in the middle sector.
35.6 for Tranquility. Let's see what he does around the final corner. Looks pretty good, and Tranquility improves to 6 on a 16.2.
So the championship leader's still not performing that well. Here comes Sargent. Could be for pole. It is for pole. Really strong final sector.
What a last sector. 23.3. That's half a. That's like half a second quicker than.
Absolutely flawless final sector.
That's brilliant. That is a cracking last sector. I'm just glad I didn't get to see that. Oh, that was great. Tiz is about to finish a lap. Does this improve his position? He is 5th. He goes to 4.
Riding on board with RDH, he's going to try and get Ferrari's pole position back. He's gone 4/10 faster than Sargent in the middle sector, with an equal first sector. So if he can get this final sector right, he should be on for at least, hopefully be on for pole. He's second at the moment.
Oh, looks good.
So pretty nice through there. Here he comes through 15.5. He does. He takes pole position. Really nice middle and final sectors there.
Well, it's going to the pits. That's the boys on a decent lap. Currently in P10, he will need to improve. Has he been validated? I think he might have done.
He's backed out of it there, yeah. Will he be going for another? Will he come into the pits? He opts to pit. Here comes Mount. He's on a 16.8 in the first sector, 35.3. So that's a really nice middle sector from Mount. What can he do in the final? The Force India is a straight line speed car, really. So he's using an awful lot of steering input, really throwing the car in F1 2011 style. It's not going to help his front tyre wear in the race. Here he comes then. It's pretty nice to the final sector. What can he do? So
goes
16 flat.
Wow, that's it is really close. Like
his shortbread could be on for a similar sort of time if the Manor can get round. Oh, he's fallen off the circuit. That could be an invalidation.
Yeah. And I don't think it would have helped him either, pace-wise.
No, really not.
Let's see, does it count and does he improve?
16-1.
16.
Don't think he improved.
Does improve,
No, he doesn't
not in
improve.
position.
Looks like he's going to go again though.
I suppose you can afford to, you don't have to worry about the tyres for the race.
So see if he's got enough fuel on board though.
Yeah, Craig, he's currently down in 13th. He definitely needs an improvement. He's done 16.999 first sector. It isn't especially quick, but it's an improvement.
And he's hesitant on the throttle coming out of the hairpin as well, not using the short shift technique. He's instead opting to be more careful on the throttle. Doesn't look as confident at this circuit as his other championship contenders. He gets a nice run through the right-hander though. 35.9, still not on the pace. And he's got traffic coming up ahead. What can he do in the final sector? If he can put in a strong final sector, he could get inside the top 10.
And you want to do that because with the race being wet, there's no advantage to being 11th or 12th.
No, there's really not. Runs wide at the final corner. Doesn't look like it's 17-2. Really struggling there.
Championship leader, or well, one of the championship leaders, is not having it his own way at the moment.
Sargent on his out lap, so he's going to be vying for pole position.
Oh, and Mike's had a spin on his out lap.
That's impressive and unfortunate.
That's quite something. Trying to see, is that Tranquility on an out lap or a proper lap? It looks like he's going for it, so it could be an actual lap for Tranquility.
I'm riding on board with Sargent. This will be his final lap because he won't get around in time to do another, so this is his last effort for pole. Seems to be pretty nice through the first sector. It's a 16.5. That is not quite fastest, but it is faster than his own and faster than the pole first sector.
Spud's on a great lap. Just fold him on board here, and he goes second.
Wow, it does push Sargent down. Oh, Sargent gets a little bit of a slide out on the exit of the hairpin. That's not going to help him.
Martin Spudder goes above him, and the man distracted him.
What can he do? Into the left-hander, through the Mercedes section, through the right-hander. Really nice run through there, but there's traffic up ahead. Let's hope that gets out of the way real fast. Oh, comes close to cutting that. But he's only at a 35.8 in the middle sector. That's not going to be good enough, I don't think, unless he can pull off another perfect final sector and do even better than he did last time, but it's not looking that way.
No.
Here he comes out of the final corner. And it's a 15.8, he doesn't improve.
Oh. Who is out on a lap? Is anyone out on a lap? Tranquility
goes 9, he goes 4 tenths off.
It's an important lap for the championship leader, right where it mattered most, right at the end of the session.
Here comes Mike in the Ferrari. Actually, interestingly, Sir Spud's Mercedes is only half a tenth behind the Ferrari on pole. Here comes Mike. Can he get it on the front row with his teammate, or current teammate? He cannot. Doesn't improve.
Nitric gas pits, he doesn't complete his lap, and I think that's everyone. Don't think anyone else is pushing now. Spud enters the pits, and that will be that. But yeah, RDH takes pole, half a temp ahead of Spud. That was a great effort from Spud towards the end. It's good to see different people battling at the front, and it sets itself up for a brilliant race.
Yeah, really should be interesting. Hopefully we've got multiple invites so that we can do the leave and rejoin.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
No, I should end up driving around at the back in a stock setup Williams, which doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, I
What a
think
Mercedes,
it's going to be
though.
interesting actually, because like, will those at the front have sacrificed like race pace for a good qualifying time?
Well, possibly, but I mean, to be quick in qualifying on this game, generally it's fast to run a high wing setup. So maybe some actually will have gone for that high wing setup in an effort to get good qualifying position and get good and get
It
good race
might
pace
be.
because it will be wet.
It might be a good opportunity for Tranquility. He's qualified, I think it's fourth. And with the other championship contenders seem to be struggling, this could be a chance for him to build a bit of a lead up.
Yeah, if he can move himself up the field during the race, then and try and pull away from his contenders, then absolutely he could build a gap at the front, which is really what you need when there's only a point between all the contenders.
It's going to be interesting turn one because in the wet conditions, I think you'll see a lot of people being very careful.
Well, but it is a difficult corner anyway. It's really hard to spot your braking and turning in point.
Especially when you've got like 18 other cars around you.
Absolutely, and in the wet, it's just it could get very messy.
There
So
we go.
there
We've
you
finally
are.
seen the qualifying results after an hour. Good luck from Sargent in third. Mike in the end was pushed down to fifth at one point. It was a 1-2 for Ferrari.
Yeah, he couldn't improve on that final lap.
11th place is just a second off pole, and the top 10 separated by 7 tenths. It is a very close grid.
Really close grid. So Craig down in
down at the
13th.
back.
It's not gonna. It's really gonna hurt his championship if he can't build up some positions early on.
Do we exit the game now?
We exit the game when the formation lap starts.
Okay, yeah. It's been 2 weeks, I forgot.
Yeah. So there we go. That's been qualifying for the German Grand Prix. It is light rain. It is light rain throughout the whole race. Someone's pressed go already, that's brave.
I'll press go.
I don't know why I'm checking my setup. It's or doing my fuel. What's the difference? Right then.
I wonder if you put a setup on you if your ghost car goes quicker.
It does.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right. So, light rain conditions. Hopefully we can leave and right then. Revving up. Right then. We will leave and we will rejoin.
Right.
Right then.
The data has been deleted. What the? I just want to join. There we go. Okay. Time spectate. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Is it 30 laps?
It's yeah, 20. Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, something like that. It's 30, 31, something like that.
34.
34. That's it. Yeah.
We're driving inside each other's ghost cars, by the way.
I'm riding on board with Sargent currently.
Yeah,
So everyone on the intermediate tyre, as is expected.
There we go. I'll get camera angles a bit better for a start this time. It's going to be difficult to see everything, but best thing to do is keep track of what's going on at the front.
Right then, so round they come to form up on the grid. Where's the Ferrari gone from pole?
RDH, I'm just on board with him. He's fallen behind his
No,
teammate,
has he had a
Manor.
spin? Has he had a wet weather formation lap spin?
Well, in one way, that's not the worst thing actually, because you're getting your mistake out of the way on the formation lap. So, it might not be such a bad thing, that. No harm done anyway. Everyone's got that on the formation lap well, and last week our ghost cars are lining up, and then we'll be ready to go. 13 drivers for this one.
Right, no, I don't want to ride on board with myself.
No, me neither.
Broadcast, here we go.
There we go.
5 red lights.
5 lights. And we're away in Germany.
Oh, the
That's a
Renault
great
gets a
start from one of the
stunning
Renaults.
start.
That's a fantastic start.
Oh, and there goes the
RDH
Mercedes. The
stood up
DRS
on
sign
that.
is destroyed already.
Oh dear. Oh, and the Renault's had a... Renault's had a fantastic start.
UK Tranquility up the inside of the
Oh,
Manor.
Sargent's gone wide.
The Ferrari's made a break for it already.
Positions.
Tranquility going around the outside of Shortbread, down the curve, well, I suppose it's the back straight.
Yeah, everyone's got away cleanly, which is good to see.
Yeah. Oh my word, Tranquility's going straight on at the hairpin. That's going to lose him a lot of positions. He's dropped back behind his
Oh,
teammate.
there's contact between the
Oh, and there's the
in the
Mercedes.
I think that's
Is that my Mercedes?
Spud.
I don't know.
I think that's Spud, but
That has been a
gone
shocker of a
into-
first lap for him, from second to stone dead last.
who did he have contact with? Is it? I think it must have been Rusty.
Yeah, it's Spud at the back with Rusty. RDH chased down by Shortbread.
It was Tiz and the Renault who had that fantastic start.
Yeah,
He's up to fourth
and Tranquility got a good start with him as well.
John Heaven Terry's up to third. He's had a great start too.
Yeah, the mistakes of the hairpin really gave a lot of cars behind the opportunity to get through. Riding on board with RDH, looking back at him, looking back at the Manor behind. How they all negotiate this first corner.
Who is getting close to Sargent for P6? No, P5 I think it is. Yeah, P5.
I think
is he
Shortbread.
alongside? You might have a move here at the inside. No, all he thinks about it. Sargent's left him the room. Keeps the position.
I think Shortbread could be having the Ferrari fairly early on in this race. He looks like he has his number. The pair of them are pulling away at the front. In fact, the top four are pulling away at the front, really. The rest of the grid dropping back a little bit in these early laps.
Tranquility has taken P5 from Sargent. Good move.
Oh, huge cut on the kink from Shortbread. Ah, no, cutting, that's something. The exit of the first corner, and there are a few other places, can be really vicious for corner cutting penalties, so we could see quite a few here, and especially in these tricky conditions, penalties might come into this race as well. Oh, well, Shortbread absolutely all over the place.
Craig's up to 9th after that crazy start. Mike, who started in 5th, is down to 11th. So not a good start.
Strong. I think he was caught up in that melee at the hairpin.
Oh, I think Tiz has been involved in an accident.
Yeah, Tiz is a long way down the field.
Yeah, he's right at the back. So that's not gone well at all for him. Fair play to Shortbread here, and I just made a mistake as I said that. Commentator's curse there, but
really,
I was going to say, he's staying pretty close now, the 8.
What's really helpful for some of the championship leaders is Tranquility in 5th. He's got Malk ahead of him, Sargent behind him, and Craig all the way down in 12th. So championship positions could be affected quite heavily if the incidents carry on like this, and the championship leaders get shuffled up through the pack.
RDH ran a little bit wide there, so I had Shortbread to catch up a bit. The top two seem a bit quicker than the rest at the moment, but plenty of time to go. As Craig and Rusty are running alongside each other, and Craig holds on to the position. Rusty runs very wide. They got very close to the back of them.
There goes a McLaren shooting off into the distance.
Oh, that's Sargent. Oh, and he's not careful. Oh, him and Craig have got very close. Yeah, Sargent's lost a few positions there. He must be run wide.
And that has promoted has that promoted Craig into the points? Yes, Craig's now in 8th place. So it's going to reduce the advantage that his other championship contenders have if he keeps passing cars. Already made up 5 positions.
Oh, I was going to say that Malk might be able to have a go at John Heaven Terry here, but he had a massive kick of oversteer going out of turn 1, and it ruined his run down to turn 2.
That's a boy looking at Nitro Gash, and Craig behind looking at the both of them. What can he do? What can any of them do? Looks like the Manor might have the advantage in a straight line, but both of these cars are very quick. In the slipstream, what can he do? Into the hairpin. Thinks about it. Oh, he does make the move.
He goes for a move.
On the brakes. He's not going to get the cutback. Beautiful block pass.
That's a cracking move from Boy.
And it drops
Craig
through into 7th.
And Rusty into 8th. Nitrogas lost 3 positions there.
Really nice block pass from Boy there, but Craig is right on the back of him.
Now run wide. Yeah, he ran wide a bit and it's allowed Craig to get right into the back of him. Yeah, we're nowhere through here though, really. Mike's had a shocker. He's down to 11th now, and he really is not enjoying these conditions. Shortbread is right close behind the RDH for the lead.
Well, potentially then Mike had a more dry qualifying setup on and didn't realise that he would need more downforce, more grip in the wet weather conditions.
The manner looks like it could threaten. Like Shortbread looks like it could threaten the lead, and they just cannot get close enough. You get a good run out one of the corners, you never know. I think Malk's trying to get a good run on John Heaven Terry. Is he close enough down this straight with such stream? Of course, there's no DRS.
Boy runs wide at turn 2, and that could allow Craig to get past on the straight. This would be excellent for Craig, making up 7 positions in 5 laps. But the manner looks like it might be too fast in a straight line. Will Craig do a similar move on Boy? He looks for it. He does. He goes for it. Will Boy get the cutback? Oh, there's contact. They both get sent wide, and that's dropped them back behind every single car behind them. What has gone on there?
And Craig is having to let everyone through. He's down to 11.
Oh, there's a lagging Renault.
Yeah, it is, that is.
Oh, and Boy alongside the McLaren. Back up to 9th. What has gone on there? There's a Renault there. I don't know if it's actually there or not.
Oh, Shortbread's good. If he gets a good run out the final corner, he could have a go at the Ferrari here.
Let's ride on board. Those two have absolutely bolted from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, every time I go on board with Malkus in 4th, it looks like he's about to have a massive collision through his oversteer. Yeah,
he's oh my! I just seen him snap out of the first corner. That is.
It really is snapping on him, that car.
There comes. Can Shortbread get DRS and make a move up the inside? Now Shortbread might be less bold with his moves compared to the cars further down the field. DRS will not be available. Unless it dries out a little bit. Unless it stops raining and the track begins to dry, then DRS will come into effect. Because actually, DRS can be used when on intermediate tyres this year, which is a little bit strange.
Yeah, Malk at times looks like he has the ability to get up into 3rd, but then as soon as I think that, he just has a massive moment. Tranquility. Is Tranquility closing on the 2 in front of him? How difficult to tell, really. He certainly pulled clear the cars behind him, but they have been involved in quite a massive battle.
Following the leaders. Oh, Shortbread's passed. I totally missed that.
Oh, and Craig has overtaken Sargent.
Shortbread passed RDH into the final sector, into the stadium section.
Wow, that's a great move. And that's the lead then for the Manor driver.
That is. And he's now going to be looking to try and get away and try and lead this race and just control it. Rusty in 6th, really strong start for him.
Go the inside. Is he? No, not quite. Shortbread defends well. If RDH can get a good run out of here, he could have a run on him. But he doesn't look like he's got a good run.
Don't think the Ferrari's as fast in a straight line.
Yeah, Shortbread has only actually competed in one race so far, and he finished 10th in that, so this is definitely
really disastrous Canadian Grand Prix.
So this is definitely going a lot better for him at the moment. Let's see what's going on further down the field. Rusty and Spud are pulling ahead a bit. The battling Prix behind him. That's the boy's got past Nitrogas, has he? Looks like he has, yes. I mean, he's perfected that block pass.
Yeah, he has, up the inside into the hairpin. But Nitro Gas is likely to come back at him. Yeah, here he comes. Oh no, thinks better of it. Oh, but that's the boys run wide. The Renault's hit the back of the Williams.
And Nitro Gas is still no way through for him at the moment. Is he going to try at the inside? That would be a brave move.
But here comes Tiz. Oh, Tiz trying to find any way past the Williams. Really struggling.
Oh, I thought he hit the back of him there.
Tranquility in no man's land at the moment. It's just, he's 8 seconds behind the leader and about 3 seconds behind the cars in front and 3 seconds to the cars behind.
John Heaven Terry's had a massive moment out of turn 1 and that could allow Malk to...
If Malk can get the drive out of turns 2 and 3, he might have a go. But if he carries on with this oversteer, he's going to struggle. There he goes. Oh, he seems to have it this time. Tiz retires as he's crashed. Or was that an active?
Sure.
Safety car. Now this.
Wow.
This will be interesting. That's just neutralised what could have been a really good battle, which is a shame. But also, it's too early. It's too early to pit for new intermediate tyres. They won't make it to the end. So if any drivers do, I would imagine they're going to be committing to a 2-stop.
Is it wet throughout the race then?
It is. It's going to be light rain the whole race, so it will be a 1-stop for Inters. The recommended pit lap is like 17 because these tyres can really only do that much.
If you're at the back, would you risk putting on a new set?
If there were 22 drivers here, yes, but considering there are now only 12 racing cars in this, I would not. I think I'd just play it safe and stay out. Let's see, let's look at the leaders. Do any of them actually come in? So Shortbread opts to stay out. No, Shortbread pits, which is... So if everyone pits, if everyone pits...
John Heaven Terry pits. Mount pits, they're all pitting.
Now they're all committing to a 2-stop strategy then. Because
Tranquility pits.
There's no way those tyres are going to go at the end. Now Sir Spurd stays out. Could he...
Will he take the lead?
He will take the lead because no one else stays out. So Sir Spurd will lead this race. He's the only car to stay out. Oh, but he's had to slow right down because he overcooked the delta time. So he's 4th then.
So he's 4.
However, if he only has to do 1 stop and the other cars still have to do a stop, this could play into his favour. He'll be at least 4th place on track, if not better.
Well, I'll tell you something, John's had a shocking pit stop. He's dropped behind Malk and Tranquility.
Was he the second car to stop?
He was in 3rd, so...
No, he was the first car to stop. Oh, he maybe got held in the pits by the...
Yeah, so he's dropped 2 positions, and Tranquility wasn't especially close to him.
Sargent down in 10th, Craig in 11th, Mike down in 12th, he's in last, having had a really strong qualifying position, was on for a front row start. Riding on board with your ghost car.
Woohoo! Yeah, that is a good pit stop then for Malcolm Tranquility to gain the position out of that, but John Heaven Terry will be not happy with his pit crew, I would have thought, after that.
No, he won't have been impressed with the performance from them.
He's just in front of his teammate actually, which is surprising because he thought if he'd have had a slow pit stop, his teammate would have been held as well. So Spud is up to 4th. He's a major gain out of this, but he will be on intermediates that are much more warm. But he might only have to stop once more, so that might not be such a bad thing. Could work out for them.
I'm fairly certain that all of the cars who made a stop under the safety car will have to pit again, because those tyres were supposed to only do 17 laps, and these drivers are going to attempt to do 24, 23, 24 laps on them, so I can't see how this is going to work.
Sounds like you're quite surprised then that so many people have opted to pit.
I'm extremely surprised that so many people opted to pit. maybe they know. So obviously, I haven't driven this track in the wet for a long time, so I mean, I don't know it that well. But I know it from my own league racing experience that pitting at that period of the race in general doesn't tend to work out unless it's somewhere like Monaco or Russia or Baku where the tyre wear is really low.
And tyre wear around here is pretty. It's not one of the highest, but it is pretty.
It can be tough on the dry tyres. I know. In my few league races I've done here, I've attempted a one stop and had to bail on it because the tyre wear's been too high.
Is the safety car coming in this lap?
Next lap, I believe.
Yeah. Thought for a second Shortbread was slowing down, but I don't think the safety car's going that quickly, to be honest. So Manor leads Ferrari and Force India. It's an interesting car combination at the front at the moment. Shortbread and RDH, they will not have enjoyed the safety car coming out because they built quite a lead. It's pretty much eradicated the lead that they had over John and Malk behind them, so all the good work that they did in the first 8 laps has been wiped out.
Yeah, that's a really that's really tough. Now Tiz just said that he got a lag start. That was why his start was so strong, because it was actually a jump start because of the lag. So that was how his start was so aggressive, was actually that he started before everyone else.
He did have a bit of lag a few laps before he retired, so I don't know. Was it, did he say whether he crashed out, or was it...
He hasn't specified. I think he will have crashed because he wasn't in a particularly weak position.
No, and you imagine if he had just retired normally, there wouldn't be a safety car.
No.
So
the safety car should be coming in this lap. We'll find out in a couple of corners' time.
If Shortbread decides to...
Now there's a Force India in third. Who is that? See, that's...
Malk.
Malk is in third. See, that's huge for him, because that's put him ahead of all of his championship rivals.
Yeah, Tranquility's
so
got spud to pass.
Lights off on the safety car, and they're all forming up, so that we will be racing once again. In the final sector they come. Shortbread slowing them down quite a lot. RDH looking impatient, looking around for any way past.
Oh, and you think he's bolted, is he?
No, he's false. He's called the bluff on them.
Oh, and RDH hasn't fallen for it. He's right with him as they restart the race.
Yeah, the Ferrari. Oh, the Ferrari really on his toes there. That was excellent stuff. That's given the top two an advantage. Here he comes at RDH. Up the inside into turn 2. Will he get the move done?
Oh, that's a good move.
Will Shortbread get the cutback though onto the straight? Shortbread wide, around the outside.
Oh, Shortbread, what a move.
But now it'll be into the hairpin. He's gone for the outside. He might have it done before the corner.
Here we go.
Into the hairpin. Shortbread breaks later. He's going to block him. RDH goes for the cutback.
Shortbread has kept the position.
Excellent racing on the restart, and that's made him vulnerable to Malk behind in the Force India.
Spud has got a bit of a train.
And Spud, he loses the rear end through the kink.
And Tranquility's got past.
And Shortbread's lost the rear end coming through the Mercedes section. Slowed RDH to get around the outside, but he's not made the move, and Malk is all over the pair of them. Malk's really hungry for the lead at the race by the looks of things. He's definitely the faster of the three.
He's been the winner of his safety car, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
The more they battle, the more it's going to help him and Tranquility. And John has got past Spud as well. Spud down to 6th now. Oh, again, Shortbread with a lot of oversteer. As he exits the corner. We're going to turn 1. Is RDH going to be close enough to have a run at him?
He's going to have a look. Pulls out the slipstream, but
very close. He'll go for the move, I reckon, down into the hairpin if he can get a good exit. Not sure. No, not sure he's close enough this time round. He'll pick up the slipstream there. Oh, he's getting close. Here
he comes up the inside. Block pass.
He's going to get it.
Very Datsun Boy-esque on the manner drive. Oh, but Shortbread's got the drive.
Brilliant. Again, great defending.
Again, using that short shift technique, I think, where he just dumps it in 4th and puts his foot down and the car just grips and drives out of the corner.
Spud is really struggling on these worn inters. He's just been passed by Rusty after going wide, and Datsun Boy. I think it's gone wrong for Spud, to be honest. And everyone is going past him now. Oh, he's got to be careful. Oh, he has been. Yeah, I think he's going to pit at the end of this lap, and he's just going to, only Mike is behind him now. Oh, Malt's just seen Malt go a bit wide there, so he's lost ground to the top 2, who are once again battling. They are definitely
RDH, it's the fastest lap of the race. He's really been held up, I think, by Shortbread. Look at him. He's absolutely all over him, but he can't get the move done.
The man has great traction, it seems, out of the slow corners.
Yeah, which is really struggling because everywhere else, through the faster corners, in the braking zones, the Ferrari really is the better car.
Is he going to get a run on him into the hairpin this time?
You'd think so.
He's gone to the outside.
But Shortbread will brake later, as he has done previously. But he's running himself too deep now. But can RDH get the drive? I don't think he can. No, he can't. He's not quite got it. Oh, they're going to go side by side through the kink. Ooh, RDH backs out.
Yeah, there's a bit of lag on my screen. That might be me. That might be me, though.
No, Mount's gone off at the...
oh dear!
At the Mercedes sector, he's dropped down to 5th. That's put UK Tranquility into 3rd.
And it's advantage to the championship leader once again.
It is.
Well, Malcolm did all the work that the safety car did for him.
Yeah, he really has. He's really going to hurt him, actually.
John.
Craig in the points currently, though, so Craig recovering from his 13th position. Sargent down in 10th place. That's been an absolute disaster for him so far.
And again, the man
Mike.
Oh, and RDH has got a great run out of the first corner. He's alongside him.
He's ahead.
And he's made the move.
But Shortbread's going to have the traction. He's going to have the run along the back straight.
Yep, the man is not done with yet. He's going to be he's going to be alongside him, surely. This is the worst camera angle I've ever seen.
Yeah, the one from the curb, that's not helpful. Now looks like he's actually pulled away along the straight.
RDH has made the move.
Shortbread doesn't have an answer.
And RDH has got the move done.
But if Shortbread can just hold on, can just tag along, gain a little bit in the final sector and then make another challenge next lap.
Looking further down the field, how are the other championship antagonists doing? Nice Gas is in 8th, Craig is in 9th. We've had a battle in Craig for 9th, those two, so that's not good for them. Yep, so they are both struggling quite a lot. So this is a real opportunity for Tranquility and Malk to get some good points here. Shortbread is not giving this up just yet. He's
really not. He's all over the pack. But if these two keep battling, if you look, Tranquility and the Renault is visibly closer. Rusty sets the fastest lap of the race.
Oh, but John Heaven Terry's got a good run out of the first corner. And he's going for the move at the inside.
Oh, there's a little bit of contact, I think.
Oh, it did well to avoid each other there. But now they're gonna, well, Malk's gonna have a double slipstream here. Are they gonna be, it could be free abreast maybe? No, it doesn't look like the Sauber's got the pace.
Oh, here comes, oh, Malk braking really early actually for the hairpin. Oh, and he still nearly clatters into the back of the Sauber. Oh, and there's contact between the Renault and the Sauber, and it's allowed Malk to get around the outside.
Oh, this is a fantastic view.
Side by side. Oh, Malk backs out. I'm surprised by that actually.
He had the run. He could have gone for that there, I think. And in behind them, Rusty is closing in on them, and as we just seen, he's very quick. So,
oh, this prolonged helicopter shot is fantastic.
I know. Oh, now it's gone. So how is Shortbread doing? He's still relatively close to RDH. He's not...
Yeah, but RDH just seems to have a little bit of extra pace.
Yeah, he's there for if he makes a mistake, he's going to be right there. It's been a good lap for the top two actually, because it's helped them pull clear of Tranquility. And
Tranquility in turn is pulling out from the Sauber of John Heaven Terry, who could fall back into the clutches of Malk's Force India if Malk can get the drive and get a run down this back straight.
Malk is in a not very nice looking Sauber sandwich right now, so...
Yeah, it's the Sauber's a pretty ugly car as it is, but when you've got a Force India stuck between it...
Malk's going to go for the move down the outside.
Will he get the cut back? It's allowing Rusty to really close up onto the back of them. Look how much closer he is.
Absolutely.
Here comes Malk into the kink. I'd be surprised if he goes for that one if he backed out of it last time.
Yeah, yeah, that was never going to work. He was just trying to put him off, but yeah, it hasn't worked, and maintains the lead. Tranquility's had a good middle sector. Just looking at it, goes 4/10 on the leaders. Still the Saubers and the Force India are at battle.
See, Malk is going to really want to be passing John Heaven Terry, because he is at danger of losing the position to the other Sauber. And so the Saubers doing each other favours here.
I was going to say, is there a little bit of tactics going on?
A bit of team. bit of team play. Well, it is Hockenheim after all, which is the home of legendary team orders.
Behind Rusty, Datsa Boy is in 7th, and he's got a bit of a gap behind him, so Datsa Boy can push on now and try and get involved in this.
Can try and catch up. He's a little bit behind, but we know he's a very fast driver, so...
Absolutely. What's going on the front? Shortbread is slowly being dropped a little bit, I would say. Just the gap's around a second now.
Yes, see, Malk's not got the drive at all, and it's really letting Rusty and the Sauber catch up. It is, oh my word, Malk really getting big snaps over. The oversteer seems to have come back. It looked like he'd killed it for a few laps, but it seems to have come back with a vengeance.
That car looks like it's about to kill him.
It is. It looks like he's on the verge of having a horrible crash.
I don't know how he's so far up the order with that sort of grip he's got.
Yeah, it's a really interesting setup he must be running on that for such a lively rear end.
If he gets on the podium, that's definitely a question I'm putting to him.
Here he comes around the final corner. Look at the weight. Kicking the rear end out. Constant opposite lock.
As RDH... Shortbread will not go away.
He's not letting him. He's not letting him. Not letting him out of his sights. The gap, 7/10 still. It was 7/10 a few laps ago, and I looked. So possibly Shortbread with a bit of tactics, maybe fuel saving, possibly.
Well, I thought Tranquility had sort of started to break away from the Saubers, or John Heaven Terry, but it doesn't look like the case anymore. Fallen back into the clutches as Spud sets the fastest lap of the race, but he's got a lot of work to do. Let's get back in this. Oh, and is there a move from Malk? Oh, that was ambitious to say the least. I think there's a little bit of contact because the angry hand of rage.
Well, he might have the hand of rage. He might have misjudged that and just overcooked his braking. But he does look like he's braking a lot later. possibly pushing harder because he knows he needs to get past. Actually, Tranquility seems to have slowed down, possibly backing up the cars behind, maybe slowing them all down now. They're all going to want a piece of the Renault to get onto the podium.
This is a brilliant scrap because none of the cars, I mean, the Force India is theoretically the best most grippy of the cars, but it looks the most...
Well, it's the most straight line oriented car, and the Renault generally as a car is the more stable.
They're all bunching up.
Here they come.
Top of it. A small error. See who gets a good run out of turn 1.
It's not Malk. Malk does not have a good run out of the first corner, but John Evan Terry does on the back of Tranquility.
He's looking at getting back into that podium spot, that's for sure.
Looks like he might have a chance now going in along the back straight. Oh, we're on the awful camera angle again.
Ah, that's just wonderful.
Here comes Malk. Malk now, actually. So maybe he's running a lower wing setup. Maybe that's why he's got such a lively car. It's actually because he's running lower wing in an effort to try and overtake people.
It's difficult to overtake people though when you've got...
yeah, when you've got no grip in the corners, you're just gonna struggle to overtake people on the straights.
This four-way battle is really hotting up. Like there's not been many moves being made, but they're all so close together. All it takes is one mistake, and I mean, Tranquility makes an error, he could be down 6. That's how close it is. So it's important for Tranquility that he stays in front of these for the championship, especially now.
Absolutely.
We're at lap 20 in a race that I've actually flown by, to be honest.
Yeah, 14 laps to go. It's
So for the business end of the race.
actually, so if Tranquility was 1 point ahead of Craig, who's 1 point ahead of Malk, Tranquility's going to pull out to a 3-point gap on no, oh god, going to pull out a 5-point. He's going to have a sort of a 6-point gap over Craig, I think, and a 4-point gap over Malk. Yeah, so this championship swinging towards Tranquility's favour as we hit the halfway point of the season.
And it's worth saying that RDH with a win here could put himself in contention.
He could really propel himself up after not having overly strong pace in the first few rounds.
Malk again.
Oh, he's going to be overtaken by Rusty now, surely. I think he was caught off guard by the sliding Sauber ahead of him.
And now he's been overtaken by the other Sauber.
Oh, so that's, oh wow, he has. It's put him down to 6. Oh, it's really not. It's not working out for Malk.
Oh no, sorry, that's the ghost car.
Yeah, not.
I think they've put the AI to the ghost cars at lower difficulty, which is nice.
Oh, Rusty pits. Now that's an interesting decision.
Okay. Actually, that might
if he could get the undercut, because I did say they were going to have to stop again. I'd be really surprised if anyone makes it to the end.
They're going to have to stop again, and right now it looks like everyone in that queue is being held up. So that could be a good call if he can get some good laps in under the undercut. Datsa Boy is also pitted. I mean, that could work out for Datsa Boy too. I know they had a bit of a gap to make up, but if they keep battling, then who knows? RDH still leads Shortbread by just under a second. It's just RDH is doing well here because he knows one mistake and that's the lead gone.
Yeah, he's catching up to the back of my ghost car.
Looks like Tranquility and John Heaven Terry pulled clear of Malk. Malk's had a few errors, of course. I mean, it's not surprising that that car just does not seem to be doing what he wants. So Rusty's rejoined in 8th. There is one slight obstacle in his way in the form of Sargent.
Yeah, no, you see, we're going to want to look at his lap time and see what he does and see if he can get that undercut on the cars ahead. Tranquility stays out. Tranquility in third stays up. John Evan Terry comes in, so the second, and so does Malk. Now this is interesting. Tranquility could be at a disadvantage here. I can't believe anyone's going to get to the end of the race. Let's right, we'll have a look at the pit stop then. Is it a quick one? It's very quick from Force India. But
I'm looking at Rusty. Is he going to jump and bow?
Sauber does beat him out. He's jumped one of them. Oh, Malk's just lagged back into the pit.
Okay. Well, Rusty has jumped Malk, but
Malk down in 8th. What has happened there?
Did
he have a wing change?
Yeah, he must have done. Yeah, he's behind Gatsaboy too. So yeah, he must have had a wing change. That's strange. We would explain his loss of grip again, I suppose.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a lot of work then from where he is. Now Shortbread's closed back up on RDH again.
Well, I wonder if Shortbread will pit this lap and go for the undercut.
I think he'd have to. I think he has to pit this lap. I can't see anyone going to the end, and pitting any later than this is just needing time.
Case of doing whatever RDH doesn't do.
Comes in, and Shortbread.
Shortbread stays out.
Oh, now that's... I can't see that working out for him. Unless he's got a lot of tyres left, he can push for one lap and set a blinder. I'd be really surprised.
Tranquility pits too for Renault.
Alright, so Trank pits, so that's 2 laps. He will have 2 laps fresher tyres at the end of the race, but I think maybe he's left it too late. I think he would have lost time. Is he gonna
come out behind the Saubers? Tranquility.
I don't. I can hear them coming through the first corner. Here comes one. It's going to be close into the turn 2. Oh, it's side by side. He squeezes. And there's contact. Oh, he's moved in the braking zone. I can't see that being.
Oh, and they've been collected by the other Sauber.
Can't see that. Can't see that standing. Maybe I saw it wrong, but it looked like Tranquility squeezed him, and he didn't really leave him anywhere to go except into the back of him.
Yeah, you've got to be very wary when you can't pit so that cars around you, and yeah, John Terry couldn't really avoid that, unfortunately. And then when he was sort of collecting himself again, he got hit by his teammate Rusty, so he lost even more time.
But Rusty's right on the back of Tranquility now, so.
Shortbread pits.
Shortbread pits, right then, let's ride on board with RDH. And we will see what he can do through the second to last corner, not looking hugely fast.
So there's been drama involving the championship leader. Wonder what, there could be some things to go on after the race. From that. And he's
out ahead of him by quite a way. So as was expected.
Will have a lap younger tyres. So it's going to see if we can catch up. Well, Tranquility may be thinking to himself, well, you know, at least I've got rid of a Sauber, but he's got another one behind him. So yeah, he's got Rusty to deal with now. Who's up to 4. Rusty's had a quiet race, but he's kind of stayed out of the drama really, and it's allowed him to get on the verge of a podium.
Both seem to have been put off by my Ghost Mercedes. Both of them running wide, both Tranquility and Rusty running wide at the hairpin. Let's see.
Well, at least didn't give them an advantage.
Yeah. So we've got Malk in 7th currently.
Bud's in 8th, and we're going to the end on those tyres, I assume.
Oh dear, where is he off to? I mean,
okay, that's
rather unhelpfully, he's taken out both of the braking boards there.
If those are his tactics to keep Craig and Nitrogas behind, they're interesting tactics.
They're interesting tactics. They're also illegal ones that are going to get him disqualified, so I wouldn't advise carrying on with those practices, but you know, each to their own.
No. And it's costing time as well.
Yeah, let's ride on board. Let's see if he has any more brake board vendettas to exact.
Unless he's thinking, they can't pass me if they can't brake.
Well, I mean, Nitrogash is close enough behind him that he could just crash into the back of him. Here he goes. Well, those brake boards have survived. Oh, he's run wide, though. Oh, he's run wide and he's reminded me. Let's have a look at penalties. RDH has 1 warning, no penalties. Really impressive stuff. Shortbread has 1 penalty.
Ooh.
Tranquility has no warnings. Rusty has a penalty. John Heaven Terry has nothing. That's a boy has 2 warnings. Malk has 2 warnings. Has a penalty.
Ooh.
Spud has 3 penalties.
Unfortunately, that's a bit of an anticlimax for the 2 battles going on for first and third, because the driver behind is a driver with a penalty.
Yeah.
So they'll need to pass and gain some time.
Yeah. Nitrogash has no penalties and Craig has 2 penalties.
Craig's Tranquility with no warnings.
Yep, and a few drivers without any warnings, which is really impressive, really good stuff to see.
Especially in these conditions.
Yeah, really, tricky conditions as well.
Rusty is getting very close to Tranquility. You can have a go into this corner, not quite. Set himself up for the move into the hairpin, maybe. A good exit. His teammate looks like he was struggling against Renner's speed, so I'm interested to see how he gets on.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like he's close enough. But Renner has got a good straight line speed, by the looks of it. That's the boy's up to 6th, and he's right behind John Evan Terry, so that's the boy has done well to get involved in this scrap, although both John and Malk have had their own issues in this race, let's say. But yeah, can that's the boy get 5th? That'll be a good result.
Well, yeah, potentially. I mean, let's find him on the thing. Yeah, there he is. So 6th at the moment. Yeah, but he's also got the Force India to defend from as well. So I can imagine Malk will be eyeing up 5th place to try and get back into where he was before.
So yeah, that is a really interesting battle, and it's always worse being the middle car in this battle, because you want to attack the car in front, but you're also mindful of if it goes wrong you could lose a position. So...
Oh, Malk gets a good, well, for the first time all race, Malk gets a good run out of the final corner, but doesn't look like he can do anything at the moment.
Shortbread can just not get close enough to RDH.
It looks like both the Manners are struggling to get past the Ferrari engine cars ahead, because here comes, can Datsaboy do anything? Will he go for his block pass into the hairpin? He goes for it. He's got it done, because the Sauber can't turn tight enough, and Malk gets through on the Sauber. He's going to go alongside the Manor. Malk ahead. He's through. No, he's not. He's cut the corner and backed out of it. That is absolutely bizarre.
John Evan Terry's retired from the session.
How very strange. Did he crash or?
No, he was just going straight. It was going in a straight line on the screen from what I could see.
Oh, he's left immediately, so maybe he had somewhere else to be, or.
He might not be happy with that pass. I don't know.
Well, I mean, rage quitting is not the way to do it. The way to exact revenge for a dirty pass is to overtake them again. But anyway, here he goes.
And to be fair, it hasn't exactly. Now Malk is still behind Datsaboy, but Datsaboy's going a bit wide. Oh, really?
I'm really surprised to see Malk back out of that move. He was clearly ahead.
He doesn't like going for moves around that corner, does he?
He doesn't. He seems really tentative. I don't know if it's a lack of practice or what, but he just does not seem confident.
He might not trust his car because it is a quick corner.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
again,
it's a Force India. It's not a bad car. I mean, he should be able to hold himself through a fast right-hander.
It's something with the setup just doesn't seem right to me. It's interesting to see what he has to say about that. I might get an interview with him on the site potentially and ask him about that.
Yeah, it could be interesting.
Shortbread still 0.9 of a second behind Audi H. The amount of times I've switched to the top two and that's the gap, it's incredible.
The Shortbread might have resigned to his second place. He might just take the points. With only one finish so far this year, and it being a 10th place, he might take his 9 points and say thank you very much.
Especially knowing he has a penalty as well. He's probably, you know, when you've had such a bad race, you just want to get some points on the board, and second place is certainly not a bad result.
No, absolutely not. So can Mauk get past for 5th place? He's only got 5 laps to go.
I get the feeling he's going to need to be more assertive.
Yeah, he is. He needs to really make one of the Datsun block passes on Datsun himself. Yeah.
Do a Datsun move on Datsun. That's the way to do it.
That's what you need. Here we go. Can we go down the back straight? Will he make the move into the hairpin this time around?
Little shout out to Spud as well. He's still in P7 ahead of Nitrogas and Craig, and they're not that close to him, to be honest.
Will Mauk make the move? He's not gonna try it. It doesn't look like it. What can he do? Oh no! I thought he had drive. He didn't have drive.
Nope. Not quite. Just cannot get a move done on Datsun. I mean, Datsun's a champion. He's won a few leagues and he certainly knows how to defend, and as well as attack. So he won't make it easy. Rusty is kind of backed off Tranquility. Maybe, I don't know if there's something that's happened or if Rusty's kind of resigned to 4th place.
Well, I mean, 4th place again, a solid result considering Rusty qualified, what, 11th? 12th?
Yeah, it was just outside, maybe just inside the top 10, I think. But
it was lower than where he was. There we go, Mauk then, right on the back of the Manor. He's definitely the faster driver, but he just doesn't seem to have the confidence to make a pass and hold on to it. And the hairpin really is the main overtaking spot on this circuit, so he really is going to need to...
I'm going to ride on board with him here.
To build his confidence through that right-hander. Yeah, I'm following Datsun from the outside.
Over Sidia again.
Right, surely now he's so close. He's within Datsun proximity arrows. Will he make the move around the out? He's not. He seems to have backed out of it. Did he back off the throttle? Coming. Here he goes then, around the outside. Will he get the cut back? If he can get any drive, he will hopefully have it.
Datsun blocked the line. He's not going to fall for that.
No. Looks like Nitrogas and Spud are quite close in the background.
What's the penalty situation?
Oh, Craig runs really wide. Penalties for whom?
Datsun and Mauk.
Datsun has a penalty. Has 3 seconds. Mauk has a penalty. So.
Oh, so this is for.
So this is for position,
time.
yeah.
Mauk is going to have to. Is he thinking of a championship? Is he thinking just get some points, don't risk one extra point?
While it is get some points, his championship rival is 3 places up the road from him. He needs this extra point.
And he didn't score last time out in Silverstone.
No, exactly. So. He really needs these good finishing positions. So I'd implore him to try and overtake Datsun because it really will affect his championship.
Although consistency is the key, at times you will have to take a bit of a risk. There we go. I want to see if he backs off the throttle at all.
He's from that far away, I'd be surprised if he backs out. But it's what are his gear changes like coming out of here?
Because he's on the rev limiter for a few
that's
times.
not what you want. He wants to be shifting up into 4th and sort of using more throttle because the short shift technique in this game is really powerful.
He's clearly the quicker driver. I've no doubt
Absolutely.
about it. But he's got really close here, but there's no way through here.
I mean, I could see a last lap ditch overtake coming up in the final sector.
We might have to resort to that here. I mean, unless he's hoping that's why he makes a mistake, but it's not overly likely. Shortbread is completely backed off Tranquility now, completely backed off RDH now.
So RDH looking like, not to commentators curse him or anything, but looks like he could be on for his first win of the season. I believe it's his first win of the season. I'm not aware of the first 2 championship.
Yeah, he competed in Canada and Britain and got 6th and 5th.
Alright, so
he's putting himself in championship contention.
That is championship areas. If he can keep up consistency with good results in the next few rounds, he could really be within a shout. But obviously, with performance leagues, anything can happen, because as we've seen, the championship contenders are all really seem to be struggling. Here we go then. Malk down the outside. Will he cut back? No, he will not.
There's only 1.5 laps to go. He's running out of time.
I can imagine he's really regretting backing out of that move.
Yep. I think this is the part of the film. Where the hell is he going?
Oh my word. He's so close. He's really going to be wanting to make a move now. Oh, he has a look into a fast right-hander.
He's always really close into that corner, but there's just no way through.
No, this is nose-to-tail DTM stuff for Hockenheim.
They're used to it as RDH goes on to the final lap. He's looking good for a very impressive victory.
Yeah, a pretty solid, dominant victory, really. He's not. He had a little bit of a challenge from Shortbread for a short while, but he's really been on the money this evening.
Here we go then. Last lap, Malk has to do it. It's now or never.
It really is now or never. He has one last chance into the hairpin, and then he has one chance in the final sector.
He's got a good run.
No, but he's at the curb.
He's at the curb. No, that's not what you want. Here we go, on board with Malk. Surely he's going to have a go.
Is he going to have a dive? Will he have a dive? He's late on the brakes.
That's the boy's covered it perfectly.
So not into the hairpin. He's close though. So, and there's traffic up ahead.
Could be a ghost car.
Well, it's solid on my screen. It might be solid on theirs.
Oh god.
It's your AI car. So here he goes. Oh, he's faster through there. Will he have a go into the fast right-hander? He must be thinking about it. He's not that close. Ooh.
No,
I'd have had a go into that. RDH, that's the fastest lap of the race. On the final lap. Absolutely incredible stuff. Oh my word, the Williams has got in the way.
Okay, I really hope Malk doesn't get through now, otherwise.
Malk can't do anything from there. Unless Datsaboy's got a penalty in the last few laps. It looks like it will be 5th place for Datsaboy.
Wow, that's...
6th place, yeah. 5th place for Datsaboy, 6th place for Malk. Just couldn't get the move done.
Spud gets 7th.
Wow, Datsaboy runs out of fuel.
Oh no, he's down to 8th, I think, because he had a penalty in 9th.
Craig in 9th.
Sargent gets the last point, does he? Just ahead of Mike.
Does. So there we go. I'll leave you to do the rundown.
Yep, RDH takes a very comfortable win here in Germany. Just holds off Shortbread in the end. Tranquility gets more valuable points for the championship in 3rd, ahead of Rusty in 4th. Datsaboy held off Malk just at the end to take 5th, and Malk in 6th. Nitrogas got past Spud in the end because of penalties at the end. Nitrogas 7th, Spud 8th. Craig is in 9th, and Sargent collects the final point in 10th. Driver of the day. I suppose we should do this. Who would you say?
I'm gonna have to go with RDH. I think he drove a pretty much a perfect race. I can't really ask for anything more than that.
Yep, can't argue that, and we'll now try and invite him and the other 2 podium people for the interviews.
I will have to leave you, so I'll leave you to do the interviews. So thank you all very much for watching, and we will see you next week.